Hey, it's a me. So now I'm gonna talk about religion in this video. So if you're not comfortable with that, then please escort yourself out because I don't want you getting uncomfortable, or I don't want you getting frustrated over something you could have easily avoided. Now this issue really irritates me. Alright, so I'm Muslim, right? I bet a bunch of you just disliked and moved on, but not my problem. I'm Muslim, and everybody thinks that all Muslims are the same. Terrorists, they believe in the hadith. And they hurt people for no reason, or in the name of their religion. That is not true. Just like people say all furries are sexual, or all bronies are pedos, that's not true. None of it is. Every single person is different in every single community. All communities have good and bad people in them, good and bad things in them, period. I am a Muslim, I am minor, and I don't kill people because of politics and in the name of my religion. Because in the Quran, the holy book I follow, not once did it say to kill anyone that disagreed with you. It did not say that. It said, in the time of war, by the way, which most people don't really care about, they just push it to the side. In a time of war, it said, hey, if these people are leaving you alone, leave them alone. Hey, if these people are trying to kill you or hurt you, then do it back. Well, if you want to, but it's better to forgive. It also says, hey, don't charge prisoners this money. You're not supposed to do that. Just keep them as prisoners and do your bidding. That's it. There's literally nothing else aside from that. It never said to kill women because they wanted to teach people, or to kill women because they weren't wearing a hijab. The hijab is a suggestion to protect the women, not hurt them. It didn't say, hey, you have to wear this or else you're gonna get killed because you're being a pig. It never said that. Not once. Not once. It said, hey, this hijab is to protect people from noticing you and trying to harm you. Because what the hijab was originally used for was Mary, Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus or Esau, the mother of Jesus or Esau. She used a hijab so people wouldn't recognize her and hurt her. It was used for protection. She didn't have to do it. She wasn't told to do it. She just did it so she would be protected. And it said, hey, wear this to be protected. It didn't say you have to wear it or else you'll die. It just said, hey, wear this to be protected. It was a suggestion. A simple, hey, if you want to do this, do it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. It never said to harm the woman. It said men should protect the women and children. And not once did it say that if you refuse to go to war, you should be killed. It said that if it was a war in the name of the Prophet, so basically an actual war, not just bombing people because you want to and because of politics and to get the stock market up or down, in the war of a prophet, in the war that actually meant something other than money. It said that if you refuse to go and fight and you didn't want to fight in the name of your Lord because you wanted to live or because you were being lazy, it didn't say to kill them. It just said, leave them be. Leave them to me. I will deal with them. Not once. What does that sound? Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh, what is that? Anyways, not once did it say, hey, kill them as soon as they disobey anything in this book. It never said that. Now, the Hadith. I do not believe in it. Some of it's good, but most of it contradicts the Quran. Now, even other Muslims will fight with me on this, but I just gotta say, I don't care. Because the Quran itself, my holy book, literally says, hey, some verses in this, some sayings, some sentences, they aren't supposed to be understood. So if you don't understand them, that's because you aren't meant to understand them. There will be no other book after this. You do not need a book to explain this book because it is simple and clear, and the sentences that you don't understand is because you're not meant to understand them. Period. Never said, hey, there's a book coming after this that will explain this one because I can't explain it to you myself. So go read that. The Hadith is just the fake Hadith, at least, is some sort of real Hadith, but I wouldn't really get into that. There's this fake Hadith, or just a Hadith, and it is racist and sexist, and it has pedophilia in there, and it contradicts everything in the Quran. It says to kill innocent people. It sexualizes minors. It says the prophets were pedophiles. It says so many disgusting, horrible things that contradict the Quran that I am surprised, I am shocked that people believe it is a holy book. That should be respected. And I cannot believe that. It is disgusting. Now, of course, in Islam, we believe the Bible was changed and that the previous books were changed. But we're still supposed to read them. It literally said you are not a true believer unless you read, I forgot the actual names, but a Bible and then the first 10 books of the Bible. I forgot what it was, but basically you're still supposed to read it. And it said, if you want to understand something, go to the people of the book. Now, obviously, these aren't like direct translations. I'm just saying from what I can remember. I've read the Quran 9-10 times over. More, maybe. And honestly, there's no contradictions in it. Something may look like a contradiction, but then when you think about it, you're like, oh, hey, that actually makes sense. But the thing is, when people see religion, they tend to assume, like most people do with most things. Now, they assume that all Muslims are the exact same, they're all terrorists, and they follow these two evil books that describe pedophilia, murder, hatred, sexism, and racism, and they do all of their murders in the name of God. But that is not true. The only murders we're supposed to do in the name of God is our food. And that's just because, hey, if something isn't prayed over in my name, don't eat it because it's not, like, holy, it's not rightful, it's not proper. You want it to be clean. So basically, it's protecting you, like, hey, kill this animal in my name if you want to eat it, so it's pure, so it's clean. And there's this thing called wudu. It's basically a cleansing we do, like some sort of cleaning method to ourselves that we do before prayer. It's not supposed to remove physical dirt per se, it's more of like a spiritual thing, but it can be used for both. I personally like to use it for both, but it's more like a spiritual cleansing. But you're not supposed to be dirty whilst you pray. You're not supposed to do that. That's bad. And that's it. So basically what I'm just saying is, don't assume things when it comes to religion or religious practices or culture, because there are horrible people everywhere. There are horrible LGBTQ, there are horrible straight people, there are horrible Christians, there are horrible Muslims, there are horrible Jews, there are horrible atheists. There are horrible people no matter where you go. There are horrible furries, horrible anime fans. I forgot the name for it, like anime otaku. I'm so sorry. I'm a part of the anime fandom myself, and literally I don't remember. There are horrible cartoon lovers. There are horrible bronies and Pegasisters. The MLP fandom, if you don't, you know. And there are horrible people that don't really go by anything. There are horrible people everywhere you go, and you can't escape them, and that's just a fact. There are murderers in every single religion and every single thing that isn't technically a religion. There are murderous atheists, murderous Muslims, which I don't really think are Muslims, because Muslim translates to servant of God, and you're not really doing God's word if you murder innocent people, so I'm not really going to call them Muslims. There are horrible Muslims. There are horrible Christians, and there are horrible Jews, and there are horrible people, because horrible people deserve to be crushed. Anyways, that's about it. So like I said, just like, don't assume, always ask, or always look into it yourself. Don't go by main media. If it's a religion, buy the books, look into it, read it properly. If people actually read the Quran, they would see like, hey, there's no book after this, you don't need something to explain this. Some things in this book aren't meant to be understood. There will be no book after this. This is the final book. It is confirming the previous books. And then you would read the other book that completely contradicts everything in it. And I'm sure there's other books that claim to be religious that are in the Christian community and Jewish community, but people ignore that. And they should. So I hope you enjoyed my little rant. There's gonna be another one on furries. See you guys.